Warrior basketball.
Yeah,
and out of bounds it'll be Warrior on Looney, and Klay Thompson will Thompson, and off the heel of the rim. Hachimura and Chris Paul starting. The Warriors are very tee up a three. Out of bounds. So everybody short. Anthony Davis. Chris Paul from the baseline. It's on Looney. But it said the done. That's a move. D'Lo, a little step. We've got the Davis and LeBron James. Steph will stop for three. The Warriors' way. Anthony Davis, season for the Niners and other teams. Back iron. Play fighting issue.
and one of the main things is the guard
Three. Just Wiggins will draw this with the rebound. Threes in the playoffs. Missed there. The rebound, and then he'll get to the line. Now
offensively is to gain advantage.
If you and I'm a great free thrower, so D'Angelo Russell, and it helps the Warriors so much because you know it. AD with 8. D'Angelo, good deep position.
Challenge, hey, if you get the first one right, you get called on offense or defense.
Right. You're going to coach people up as the year goes on. It's Rudy Kuminga have checked in. Very significant family situation. Free throw. Saric kept it alive, but for the Lakers. And Green will not play, but Jonathan.
They were that last season, and nothing's going to change.
Nemanja Bjelica, they've missed. Saric made one. Podziemski, he ended up, like you said, shot clock down to 7 for the rebound. Big year for Moses Moody. And
they need those guys.
Pelinka did a nice job. The three, the step around, and too healthy. Pounding deep. Kuminga on the seal and the timeout, and he delivered. I mean, Taurean Prince is in his 8th year.
Oh, he's going to get you something good out of there.
Playing along with Taurean Prince, who gets a Fino. Podziemski beat him to the season tournament. He'll join us in the second quarter. A couple little big men in terms of getting on. We'll see. Moody, a little show and go.
A little easier.
Shafino's got a little wiggle to him. Cam Apple.
Just got to watch.
To GP2 to lay it up. P2. It's kind of a fun set to Kuminga. And Steph, little floater and banked it home.
It's a game, basketball, and we're in the business.
Second quarter. And Andrew Wiggins, first 5 years, I mean, put a little pressure on people.
You can tell Raymond Ritter, you know, usually we're kind of late, but it just felt like the right thing.
Women's basketball has been a passion for you for
7 years ago or 28 years ago, something to show them that I was interested in women's sport. It was a great league. I invested. We have a lot of great people. I think we can handle it as well.
Well, talk about the jobs. Really good veterans that can add a lot to
see what it looks like in reality. So it fits his coaching style, the people we brought in, and we have to really keep ourselves healthy.
That much, but the idea of
I guess try to win. And
I didn't mention as Chris Paul goes inside. We don't know what the numbers will be, but he's coming back. Operate that way.
Well, win, and we're trying to do a lot of good things in the community.
They are youthful, exuberant.
They really are.
But it is great for the league to see the
interesting experiment. They go pretty well.
Yeah, I think it'll be amazing. At halftime, the full NBA championship game, but they're all regular season.
We were, as an ownership group, we might lose regular season games. Games basically serve two purposes, right?
For the Warriors, but that is wild. Now,
excited because we're back at Chase.
Guy that just embodies it.
We'll see if it happens.
Yeah. Staying healthy, and I think it's a
Jacob sits down and the lead goes to 18.
Just an on-court product to be happy about.
Look at that.
Oh, man, Chris Thomas for fun. It's a nice ball finding Wiggins.
A lot of his career. Now you got a lot of guys on this.
So Podziemski. Miscommunications, picking pops, the timing of it. Like Steve dropping in the jumper. Now last play.
Base guard a guy.
Kuminga, the open three.
You like that stat line.
5 on Vanderbilt and get to the line. That is how young Jonathan is. This is being used instead of 25. All the core and abdominal stuff. D'Angelo Russell. Back. Max Christie is not related to there. Banging and bumping. 48% on threes. DP2 getting on the deck, and not so much.
And that's what I talked about with get to the basket.
Kuminga, quickest miss that wing three. Pass. Moody.
A lot of cutting.
A defender isn't this year in charge now with the Warriors. Turn the favor.
Nothing wrong with a little bit of seasoning.
But no. Setting up Christie.
He moves his feet.
Oh, GP. And there's Podziemski rebounding that myth. They dare Podziemski to shoot the three.
And just
kicking it away. GP2 getting on the deck.
Angela Russell. Man.
Puck. Turnover's an issue. Warriors are
No set out of Garuba and Quinones.
Chimura and Jared Vanderbilt. Moody a good look at it. 40%.
Just play with times. Let that be shooting.
Rattling that one out. Hachimura.
2.
Šarić from deep. Near the end of the offseason, foul up. Hey, Vincent dropping in the third.
Played a big role.
Moody right to the and into the box. That's where Rui Hach played some of his best ball in a Laker uniform.
The Warriors did a great job.
And Moody. That's a got Rod Brooks and Dante Whitner. Carlos from Cowboys are legit. That's going to be a hell of a interchange. Henri with the shot clock at 5, and Vincent. J.K. Max Christie. Takes it in on Šarić, and oh yeah. Christie sensing the lane. Big Ten all-freshman at Michigan State today. You're going to see him rebound for minutes. Gay's first playing time. And stolen away, but then out of bounds. He's checked in for the Warriors. He's a solid. And Podziemski unable to there. Here's Jackson 3. Setting up Donovan Williams high.
His defender went to help. He was ready for his.
Christian Wood just kind of relationship. I know this guy. And then in terms of
Coming off the bench, having to score
3. Rudy Gay's always had that unique catching initially, but we'll just put it in. And Rudy Gay. Here, no. Shot it over everything.
maybe needs to work on his jumper a little more.
Nez just threw that away. And it's just not part of that. To see that upward one hand and usually a secondary movement. These players are the best in the world. They adjust. Donovan Williams just going to trace Jackson Davis setting that screen. So
Jackson Davis in his pick and roll defense. Like he's run pick and roll. He guarded well that last time.
But Warriors turning that one. Christian Wood, well played. Leak. Jerome Robinson.
Yeah.
Next week,
League. A lot of these guys have their scores. That's what Robinson was kind of known for.
it's last year.
Yeah, you know Coach Curl will play.
Telegraphed and knocked out of bounds. Oh, beautiful inbounds. And good Shafino. And that will do it.
Passed it to him, and he was out of bounds. That's what they're
Getting into Jackson Hayes and
execute it and do everything right. Be in the right spot.
everybody knew what they were supposed to do.
This is that as an opportunity to get an easy one.
Threes and the foul up top. Garuba defensively and rebounding.
The contact.
Shot clock at 5. Oh, foul there. And Reddish was the 10th pick in 2009 game. Quinones thrown off a Warrior. The bottom 3. I mean, he just made 1 free off back iron there. Podziemski with the travel.
He's in the gym constantly, just working on his.
Max Christie.
Drop them going to Jonathan Kuminga in the post.
Oh, that's beautifully done. And a little push shot. And he said he liked Pino, setting up Taurean Prince. That's the work Kuminga hit.
Jonathan Kuminga, just to say,
Demoy Hodge out of Missouri. Kuminga with the shot clock at 7. Said, all right, I'm going to lock Davis on the run out. The lob.
he's done a lot since he came back in.
Kuminga attach himself to Draymond Green. Defensive engine between the ears. Ask him about everything he does.
Look at Gruber right now. Just trying to turn.
Hodge missing to wrap up the preseason on the TV side.
Perfect organization, the perfect coach.
I mean, we've had Clay. We've had the show and go guy. Set his feet. This is not quite an edge.
So hear you there. But on his 3 ball, it's
Castleton. Unselfishness. How about that? The Warriors, particularly if they, it can't be, hey, Looney, go get it. Hey, Draymond.
Davis went and contested Davis. He's got a super high
22-footer all year. His game.
That's one thing Coach Kerr talked about. Knows how to play. See, he just guys as the Warriors force another turnover. Jonathan Kuminga's rolling. Go set a screen.
I mean, you were in a bunch of training camps. What?
He actually commended me on doing it pretty for it. You're back at square one. You're trying to pick up. You're not really doing as much defense. You got to think about all that training. Try to execute and do exactly whatever.
And for veteran players, it's
back into the swing of things. Get your body.
Quinones sneaking in for the rebound. Majewski had his family here, and he was very. So he was like, "Oh, I'm waiting." I was like, "Wow." The only these guys are good way and a good rate, and see the great game.
It's not always going to be scoring.
Chris Paul, Rudy Gay. And if you're going to try to not go in, yikes. Score does not matter in the pretty productive night, really, for both.
In college, he was one of the best scorers in college.
Turnovers an issue. Warriors about. And then Moody.
No
set out of team's roster availability.
Usman, Garuba, Quinones. I forgot about him, so he ducked in.
Rebound. Max Christie, Hachimura, and Jared Vanderbilt.
The other side. I want to see him give it to him.
Moody, a good look at it. The first 2 months of the season, he was north of 40%.
Just play with it. Make your decision quick, and a lot of times let that be shooting.
Moody rattling that one out. Hachimura.
He's got a lot of tools. He's got mid-range game, too.
Šarić from deep. Bench. Signed near the end of the offseason. Fowler
Definitely willing to do the dirty work.
Hey, Vincent dropping in the third. They need three-point shooting for the Lakers.
Played a big
Moody right to the now he gets Majewski on him, takes him into the box. That's where Rui had obviously a young player, but he's played some of his best ball in a Laker uniform. Closeout. The Lakers turned it over.
The Warriors did a great job.
And Moody, that's a 9. That's a good sign. Check that out, but you need to check out Rod Brooks and Dante Whitner. Carlos from Purdy. Cowboys are legit. That's going to be a hell of a game. And Christian Wood on the interchange. Henri Hachimura with the shot clock at 5, and Vincent.
Oh, that jumper, solid.
JK on 4 of 9 shooting. Max Christie, everybody. Hachimura takes it in on Šarić, and Moody open triple. Oh, yeah. Christie sensing the lane.
Ball handler.
Big Ten all-freshman at Michigan State. Robinson and Kuminga saved the day.
He tried Christian Wood.
And Majewski. You're going to see him rebound for minutes. Lester Quinones first playing time. Rudy Gay's first playing time. And stolen away, but then out of bounds. A couple games with Atlanta last year. He's checked in for the Warriors.
He's a solid.
Trayce Jackson-Davis with the block. And Majewski unable to. It's Hoosier on Hoosier in terms of the block there. Trayce Jackson battling out that 3. Christian Wood's going to work here. Quinones setting up Donovan Williams high.
Little drawn kick action. His defender went to help. He was ready for his. Got an easy bucket. Now the 3-ball falls.
Christian Wood just kind of. Darvin Ham's like, hey, you know, I got a little relationship. I know this guy. And then in terms of
coming off the bench, having to score.
Rudy Gay thought about that 3. Rudy Gay in 2006. Rudy Gay's always had that unique cut. Rudy Gay didn't catch it initially, but we'll just put it in. Year 18 for Rudy Gay. Here, Rich Shafino shot it over everything.
He's going to get you penetration. Maybe needs to work on his jumper a little more.
Quinones just threw that away. Or almost hysterical.
Yeah.
And it's just not part of that.
Satisfying.
Well, also, too, and you're going to see that upward one-hand theatrical, exaggerated, and usually a secondary movement. The transition takeout went way down. These players are the best in the world. They adjust. This time didn't cash in. Have been good tonight. Donovan Williams just going to Rudy Gay skip pass, and Trayce Jackson-Davis setting that screen. So Butch Foot is not shy.
I'm watching Trayce Jackson-Davis in his pick and roll defense. Like through his wing. A lot of teams run pick and roll. He guarded well that last time. The high rise.
Stuff he did in New Orleans, but Warriors turning that one. Christian Wood, well played. 5. Leaked. Off of Hood-Schifino's foot. Jerome Robinson.
Yeah.
Next week.
Find a way to stick in this league. A lot of these guys can win. Most of these NBA teams, they have their scores. That's what Robinson was kind of known for.
The Warriors' two-way players played a lot of minutes last year.
Yeah, you know Coach Kerr will play.
Backdoor pass kind of telegraphed and knocked out of bounds. Oh, beautiful inbounds. And Hood-Schifino with 10 seconds of the third. Set up Robinson for 3. And that will do it.
Really looked to make it when they passed it to him and he was out of bounds. That's what they're.
Hood-Schifino getting into Jackson Hayes and
The training camp.
Right.
Can you go out there and execute it and do everything right? Be in the right.
So now when the coaches look at it, everybody knew what they were supposed to do.
Make a mistake under out of bounds. Coach Kerr almost looks at that as an opportunity to get an easy one.
Robinson, wings, they can shoot threes, and the foul up top. Keep an eye on Garuba defensively and rebounding.
He didn't touch it, but he wasn't thinking about the contact.
Shot clock at 5. Time.
Oh, Pelicans.
Foul there. And Cam Reddish was the 10th pick in 2009.
With his shooting or any part of his game.
Jonas, the Lakers throw it off a Warrior. Absolute best. Without Draymond, one of the bottom 3. I mean, he just makes it. With Schifino, he made 1 free off back iron there. Kaminsky. Podziemski with the travel.
Were raving about how much he was in the gym. He was in the gym constantly, just working on his.
Max Christie. Kuminga is fouled.
I love them going to Jonathan Kuminga in the post. Be a solid defender as well.
Oh, that's beautifully done. And
These young guys.
Podziemski, little push shot. And he said he liked it. Schifino setting up Taurean Prince. That's the work Kuminga hit.
In the open court, Jonathan Kuminga just say
Undrafted. And Demoy Hodge out of Missouri. Kuminga with the shot clock at 7. Said Arnold long. You see Garuba play D. Davis on the run out. The lob to KK with 19 to lead on Warriors.
he's done a lot since he came back in.
Pretty quick. Kuminga, he should attach himself to Draymond Green, but the defensive engine between the
More of your questions.
watch everything he does, ask him about everything he does.
Look at Gruber right now. Just trying to turn you. You're not worried about him driving by. He get up.
Hodge missing this. And San Antonio to wrap up the preseason on the TV side.
And I think he's with the perfect organization, the perfect coach.
He would put a headset on.
Do we need that?
I mean, we've had Clay. We've had show and go. Kendrick Davis back to Kuminga. Set his feet. Now, this is not quite shoots the 3, and you shot your 3 at 40%.
So I hear you there.
Will it be in your game at all? So,
but on his 3 ball, it's
Castleton. JK, step around, unselfishness. How about that? These are the rebounds that the Warriors, particularly if they is. Look, it can't be, hey, Looney, go get it. Hey, Draymond.
that one's tough because Jackson Davis went and contested. And one thing I like about Jackson Davis, he's got a super high.
If he takes a 3 or 22-footer all year, his game.
If you double team him, that's one thing Coach Kerr talked about. It shows in their game right away. Knows how to play. See, he just, Warriors had some struggles with moving screens as the Warriors forced another turnover.
Hands to finish, so
you know Jonathan Kuminga's rolling. Go set a screen.
tried to roll. Podziemski had his pocket picked.
Really changed the game.
I mean, you were at a bunch of training camps.
And Mike Brown, he actually commended me on doing a pretty grind. It's a grind. All these players, they're up for it. You're back at square one. You're trying to, a lot of them haven't. Even in pickup, you're not really doing as much defense. I was talking about Williams. You got to think about all that, Trey. What do you want to see from him? And at least try to execute and do exactly whatever, knowing you gave yourself a chance.
Yeah, and for veteran players, it's at 3.
For a veteran, you're just trying to get back into the swing of things, get your body.
Go and go. Quinones sneaking in for the rebound.
The way out.
Majewski had his family here, and he was from Milwaukee originally, and so he was like, "Oh, I'm waiting, Fitzgerald. I know who you are."
Yeah.
I was like, "Wow." They only were the team for 31 years. Now these guys are meshing in a really good way and a good rate, and see the growth.
I'm gonna have to find ways to impact the game. It's not always gonna be scoring.
Absolutely. Clay and Draymond and Chris Paul and Rudy Gay. They sent it back. And if you're going to try to miss that and said, oh, fudge, did not go in. Yikes. Shot clock off. Score does not matter in the rebound, and the Warriors pretty productive night, really, for both.